Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Jim Dar's Tone Shifter channel, where we show you how to take any guitar and make it sound and play better. So join me in the Guitar Cabin, our musical sanctuary from day-to-day life, as we explore another really cool guitar project. I'm excited. Let's get to it. Today, we've got a very special episode. It's a story about a love that's been lost. No, it's not a boyfriend-girlfriend type of thing. It's a guitar that I sold or traded that I immediately regretted. And I've had plenty of those in my lifetime. And if you're just like me and most other guitarists, you've got a few that are your favorites as well that you'd love to get back. Well, I'm the lucky one right now because I got my 1965 Epiphone Olympic Special back after trading it 8-9 years ago. So it's a story. We'll see if the imagination and the fantasy of getting this guitar lives up to the hype. And it's a story that hopefully more of us will be able to report on if we were able to get our guitars back. So let's take a look and see what happens. Okay, let's see what we have here. Black case. Could it be an SG, Les Paul? Nope. It's a 1965 Epiphone Olympic Special. This is a guitar that got away and has come back here in my home to stay. Let's check it out. Well, where to start with this guitar? This is a guitar that I had bought years and years ago, probably about 15 years ago, and had refinished it. It had been stripped, so I refinished it, and I routed it out for another pickup. And these are actually Fender style pickups that are in here that I custom wound for this. Custom made this pick guard. There's a volume knob that goes here, and a switch tip is missing. It's a volume tone Leo Kwan Badass bridge. I'm going to replace that with a Wilkinson correctly intonated bridge. We'll see how it sounds. I think this is made of die-cast zinc. It looks like it's pretty high quality, and looks like it has a good break angle from the back to the top of the what would be the saddle. Glad to have this guitar back. It seems to be a, I don't know if you can pick this up on the camera, seems to be some type of oxidation. We'll try polishing that out once I get it apart. But this is a, if you've never played a melody maker in the early to mid 60s, this one-piece mahogany body is absolutely one of the lightest weight, most resonant guitars I've ever played. Has a very playable, chunky feel neck to it, but not being too thick front to back to make it harder to play. I put shallower tuners on here that are all pitted, so I'll try to polish those up. Well, overall, the guitar's still in good shape. The neck's still straight. So let's take a look, and you'll be hopefully impressed with this. And we'll listen to it when I'm done through the shop amp here. As I recall, there was no brakes here, but like they did in the day, they darkened the joint up here, and then they put a little darker here with a little lighter lacquer, more translucent lacquer here. But anyway, this guitar is in great shape for its age. The electronics are a little funky now since it hasn't been played. And the story on this guitar, a friend of mine got it. He really liked it, and he loves melody makers. He's got a couple of them, and I always regretted getting giving it away, I didn't give it away, I traded it away. I always regretted that, as we've done so many times before. So when the opportunity to get this back, I was thinking about it and thinking about it, like like so many times when you've gotten rid of a guitar, traded a guitar, sold a guitar because you didn't quite meet your needs at that time, and then immediately you regretted it. This was mine. This was the one that got away. This is probably going to be one of my favorite guitars once we get it cleared up. I need to be able to adjust this pickup a little higher, and I'll show you the routes inside that I made. Now, one thing to note is that Epiphones of this era, this is the 65, late 64, 65 style. This is called the Olympic Special. It only came in a one pickup configuration. So when I routed this out, and the reason why I routed it out is because it was refinished and was trying to make it more functional. And if you take a look at Melody Makers and Epiphone Olympics through this era, you'll find that a lot of them have mini humbucker pickups in it, have P90 pickups in it, have humbucking pickups in it, have, you know, some other type of pickup in it. Now let's take the pick guard off and see what's underneath. Then we'll get to see what's inside, how it's fared over the years. I think I got it all. Looks like it's done fairly well. I'm going to clip the ground wire here. And we can resolder that again. Can remove these. In case you're not familiar with Leo Kwan's Badass bridge, I believe it was in the early 70s, mid 70s, that they came out with this individually adjustable string lengths on a stop tail like this. And this was the bridge. It's a very good bridge in that you could adjust the overall intonation on guitars like these Les Paul Juniors, Melody Makers, Firebirds. You know, they used the type of bridge that was for a wound G string, so you could never get the thing in tune. And it was always an issue for the players that had a really good ear. So this bridge came out, and it's got some mass to it and has worked well. It's a Leo Kwan Badass bridge, USA patent. Made in Germany, it looks like. USA patent 4069733. If you're bored and can't sleep one night, look up patents. It's kind of fun to look at them. So I'm going to try to polish this up a little bit, oil the fingerboard down. Here's the truss rod nut. Still have plenty of adjustment room. If you take a look at the frets, you'll see that they've got some divots in them they could probably use with the fret level and recrowning, but I'm not going to do that today because I just want to kind of get the guitar set up. It look a little flat in here, a couple of divots, not anything major. Okay, I found some posts that'll fit. These are actually gold, but they fit really well on here, and this is Imperial threads, so I can use. I don't want to take the existing studs out. That'll mess the guitar up, but that'll fit in there. Well, here we are. Going to try to polish this up using Meguiar's Deep Crystal polishing cream. I tried a little here. I don't know if you can see it. See the difference? Just getting that oxidation off. That's all I want to do. Very lightly use a cotton rag. To get all the oxidation off, so the thing at least will shine a little bit. I shot this in clear nitrocellulose top coat with nitrocellulose sealers and color coats as well. Mix the colors up. You can really see the difference here and here. I found out when Gibson did Sunburst, you think it's black, and this was back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. You think it's black, but it's really not. It's really brown, and you don't really realize that until you try to match a color, which I thought was one of the hardest things to do in repairing, restoration, is doing color match. Color match and texture match on the finish. Doesn't make any difference. The thing still sounds and plays fantastic, and that's all we're concerned about. And hopefully you'll see this back come to life. Come back alive. Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, it almost looks like some coat of thin oxidation. Wow. Forgot how pretty this mahogany was, because this is translucent. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but you can really see the grain pattern through there. So this experiment now is to see what the guitar sounds like with a new wrap tailpiece with a correct compensation for a unwound G string. But it's almost as though the switch tip is corroded. See that dust come off there? As I said, I think that this had gotten wet once. And probably I'm going to spray a little, just a scotch. Get those contacts clean. Okay, we're back and we're ready. Whoops. We're ready to put the pickguard in. Fits nicely. Don't over tighten your pickguard screws because you'll easily strip them out. Or if you don't strip the wood out, you'll crack the plastic. I've seen that so many times. And it just makes me sad to see a big chip out of there. And actually I've done that once or twice too. Now it's interesting, this fingerboard is very dark, and I know that they stopped using Brazilian rosewood on melody makers in the 64 range, I think, and they used East Indian rosewood. But this one is extremely dark. It might have been oiled a lot, and I don't remember it being like this before when I had it in my possession. No, don't. That's real solid. All right, got lucky. Actually, with the gold and the gold and the gold and the gold, the gold, 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 gold. All right, let me see what type of strings I have. I shall put this on park. So, Does it live up to the hype? Do the memories ring true, or are we having a bad dream today? This is the guitar for me. I love the tone of it acoustically. These mid-60s to early 60s melody makers and Olympics have the right combination of wood. They've got the stuff that makes it very resonant, very desirable. This neck, 1 11/16 C neck, nicely rounded, nice full neck. Board on this, nice and dark, could be Brazilian, not sure, is right at that cutoff period. But the guitar sounds fantastic. I do want to work on raising the bridge pickup, finding a way to do that without having to put stacking plastic here. So let's see what this guitar sounds like. I'll do my best to do it justice. Okay, this is the neck pickup. This is both pickups. Bridge pickup. You'll notice that the neck pickup is louder, and that's only because the bridge pickup is raised to the max and I can still come up a good 1/4 of an inch or so on it. So I need to figure out, maybe make another pickup with a taller bobbin or a double stack, and have the bottom be a dummy coil. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I definitely want to keep the look of the Melody Maker Olympic for this guitar. So anyway, let me play it a little more and then we'll be out of here for today. This is the neck. Both pickups. Bridge pickup. '65 Epiphone, built in the same factory that the Golden Era Gibsons were built in. This guitar is everything I remembered and more. The neck feels better than it ever did, and my playing hopefully will get better when I pick up the guitar and play it more, and this one calls out for me to play. So you're out there, try to find that guitar that you traded or gave away or sold. Try to get it back if you can, and hopefully you'll have the same type of reunion joy that I have for this. Thanks, take care, till next time.